Hi, and thanks for joining us at the Daily Line. Time to talk about the NBA, Greg. Great game last night. We had the
Very
Lakers winning by
entertaining.
3 in the first quarter, winning by 5 at half, or 8 at half, and then the Suns getting the cover, so it helped a lot of people. Tonight we've got Game 6 going between Boston and Orlando. Boston laying 3.5, probably a good number. The total is 187.5. This has been the game people are talking about where the Celts are pushed against the wall because they obviously don't want to go on the road for Game 7.
Yeah, whoever wins this game, and obviously the Magic have to win too. Boston wins, they're moving on. But the way I see this series playing out is, I think the Magic had too easy a time the first two series, Jarvis. 4-0, 4-0.
Right.
They come in and they lay an egg at home, and then they get crushed in Game 3. They win in overtime in Game 4. They've got the momentum. They come back in Game 5. You're seeing Boston. They're an older team. I think they definitely have some next. There's something.
You mentioned an injury as well.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett. There's something wrong there. We're not hearing really what it is. He's got a bad wheel. A couple of the players have a concussion. Rasheed Wallace has a very bad back. Fortunately for them, there wasn't a suspension that was rescinded. So they have a key player back there. I make the line in this game around Boston 1.5. So there's some line value with the Magic. I'm going to give you a play on this game, Jarvis. I made a very small wager, and the reason being I took the Magic to win the whole thing at the start of the playoffs. So, I don't want to be double betting on this, but I do like the dog in this spot. I just think that with having a day off and then having to play again, I think that's played into the Magic's favor a little more. For Orlando to win tonight, they need a good game. They need Vince Carter to step up. If he can have a great game, they win easy. If he can have a good game, I think they could win. And I didn't bet the farm on this, but I do have an official selection on this. I do like the Orlando Magic tonight getting 3.5 points.
Okay, Magic getting 3.5. If they're going to play again, it goes Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But Greg is 10-1 so far in the month of May with his NBA picks. As you said, it's just a small play for you tonight. You got Orlando going on, but to go on, they obviously need to get this one.
Yeah.
Getting points tonight looks like a good setup, Greg. Let's talk about Game 6 between the Suns and Lakers. This was a great matchup last night. Lakers looked really good early. They did get the win. I guess they earned it, but Lakers lead the series 3-2, and now they're going into Phoenix Saturday night, so they're going to be playing at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Suns are laying 1.5. That's the early line on this game, and the total 215.5. That number has come down considerably after the 204 points yesterday.
Well, you look at the line, the side in this game too, Jarvis. In Game 4, the Lakers were -2 at Phoenix. That switched from 2 to the host team being favored 1.5. So there's a 3.5 point swing. I looked at the last 3 games in this series, and then versus a power rating of each team, home and away, for the whole season, and I came up with a line of Phoenix -5. So that in itself tells you right there where I'm going with this. The line is 1.5. Probably not going to play it on the money line. I haven't bet it yet. I will take Phoenix. I'm kind of waiting. I'm thinking. I don't think it's going to go any higher than 2.
Right.
I'm thinking it might go down to 1 or pick them when you get some Lakers money coming in. I think there's great line value with the Suns. We've got a nice system here. We've used this system before on the show with success. You want to take an excellent shooting team that makes 47.5% or more of their shots when they're playing against a defensive team that allows between 43.5 and 45.5 points. That's the Lakers. You want to play on this excellent shooting team following a game where our play-on team, which is the Suns, made 9 or more three-point shots in the game. By doing this, you've done very well. 48-18, Jarvis, 73% ATS. So I have an official selection on this game. I like the Suns at -1.5.
Okay, Suns -1.5, but as Greg said, that line could improve with age. So keep that one in your head. Check betrepublic.com stadiums. Greg, let's go and look at the total now. We're going to roll back to the first game between Boston and Orlando. Best of the rest.
Brought to you by
bookmaker.com. Greg's got some over-under information if you're looking at betting the total tonight.
Yeah, what did you show here? 187.5?
Yeah, the total we've got is 187.5.
Did it open at 189, if I'm not mistaken? I saw a ghost number at 189. So if that's the case, they are betting it down a little bit. If you take the home team and you play them over the total, if the over-under is between 180 and 189.5 points, when each team is off of the game that they just came off of, it applies to these two teams. 32-7, Jarvis, to the over in this spot. 32-7, that's 82% go back to 1996. Not a lot of plays in this system. The last 3 years, there have been 11 plays. 10 out of the 11 have gone over the total. So I have an opinion for the best of the rest on the Magic and the Celtics to go over 187.5 points. I don't think that'll drop any lower. An opinion on that game to go over.
Opinion on that game going over tonight, and I'll quickly recap Greg's plays. He likes the Magic plus 3.5 points Friday night, and early look. He likes the Suns in Game 6 against the Lakers on home court, but look for that line to improve. It's not going to get any worse. Could get it down to a 1, maybe half point or a pick'em game. So that's the basketball news. Thanks for joining us, the Day Line. Stick around if you want to hear some more about Major League Baseball. Friday's card, we've got you covered. We'll be right back.